All the engines are ready. Oops. Hello there, Dalton. Yep, there's RGS 20 right there. Just getting all the trains set up real quick so we can do a quick little live stream here. Hello there, Andy. I think all the trains are in position. All right. We're going to give Rio Grande Southern here a little spin on the tracks. Hopefully you can hear me over all the noise. I have a bunch of engines running at once on the layout right now. Thank you, Andy. This is a fun little project that I put together. This is a pretty fun little locomotive to work on. The decals were our old ones. I actually might have a package around here somewhere. But those were old dry transfers that I bought for the locomotive. Those were old dry transfers for that engine. But I think K4 Decals makes new water slides. Oh, hello there, Daniel. And who else has commented? And hello there, Anfield. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I have like 4 engines on the table right now. I can't really tell if I have to move the camera so people can hear. But I have a lot of stuff going on right now. Okay. Yeah, K4 has a lot of good decals. I love these little railfan cameras, little railfan figures that I found right here and here. I think those were made by, might be Woodland Scenics, I think made these. They have a bunch of little railfan tourist figures that I've been picking up lately. What locomotive are you airbrushing, Anfield? Oh, and Dalton, how is number 7 running for you? You're running number 7 now. I'm so glad that engine's running well for you. The steam locomotive, the best kind of locomotives. Yeah, that locomotive always did run pretty well on my layout. Andy, the headlight is on for the locomotive, but you really can't see it because it's one of the older Spectrum models, and so you can hardly see the headlight on it at all, even when I had the original light on there. It's a really, really, really dim light in this locomotive since it's one of the older ones. Yeah, I should have that changed out. You can hardly see it's on right now. I'm sure the camera's not picking it up at all. Ballasting is always fun. I just had to clean up some ballast yesterday myself because some of it broke apart. I have to re-glue some sections of this because the humidity sometimes causes the glue to deteriorate and the ballast starts coming undone. Putting a CSX boxcar, the 440, that's horrifying. The only thing worse than that is those Conrail steam locomotives that they like. There's like a ton of them in the 90s, like Usra Pacifics being painted as Conrail locos and the low 40 switchers. Those are incredibly cursed. Right, let's get the diesel moving. We're going to have to trade places and put number 20 on that back siding so we can get the diesel going. I'm going to have to go switch all the points real quick. I really need to... I'm going to tear up these tracks at some point, all of them, this summer. I'm going to relay it all with newer, probably Atlas track with lower ballasting. And I'm going to put in automatic switches with switch machines so I don't have to hand switch every switch anymore. And I'm going to put new lighting in all the buildings too. I'm going to upgrade this layout a lot this summer. Ooh, the Western Maryland Fireball logo is always really cool. I'm assuming that's a Bachmann 280 that you have there, the Western Maryland one. What was it, number 734, I think the number for that was. Switches are always annoying. A lot of switches are always causing issues like that. Yeah, any of those, I hate the Conrail steam engines and the Chessie painted ones too with the fantasy schemes. A lot of the Broadway limited fantasy schemes are just really, really ugly as well. I don't know why they do them. They're just really ugly. Alright, I got the points all switched. We can get the diesel out of here now. I don't remember what number it was, 38. I hope I have this going the right way. It is. Alright. These Rapido 44 tonners are actually really quiet. I was just looking into a bunch of forums about it. For some reason, these have really, really quiet speakers in them. But they are really nice, smooth runners. This is the best 44 tonner I've ever owned. I gotta pull up the thing because the thing doesn't like keeping the comments up. Code 83. Code 83 is the more realistic track, right? This has like the realistic sized rails and ties on them, right? Because that's what I'm gonna do when I redo all the track on this. All right, we got to move number 20 onto the siding. Spectrum split chassis are always horrible. Those were horrible models back in the day. All those old ones, the split frames. Well, we've almost cleared the switch. All right. Now we're going to back number 20 up onto that siding. Hello there, Trains Mania. Yeah, the 280s have the belt drives. The 460s, I think, have belt drives too. Oh, hello there, Ricardo. All right, now we can get the diesel onto the main line. Hello there, Michael. I didn't see your live stream until it was like too late the other night, Michael. I didn't know you were streaming that night. I was editing that video while you were streaming, and then I got on YouTube and saw that you ended stream with like 6 minutes after I got on there, or before. I gotta pull up the thing, comments, so I'm gonna stay up here. There we go. St. Louis. Hello there, James from St. Louis. You'll have to watch next week's stream. Let's do another loop with the 44 tonner, and I'm going to bring out that new mogul. All right. I don't know if anyone saw, but Bachmann is now selling new, what are they, like 62 foot, I think, passenger coaches, wood passenger coaches based on the Strasburg Railroad that look really, really nice. A much nice upgrade from the old time coaches that they currently sell. Looks like they have like proper interiors and glass and everything. They look really nice. They have them for like Strasburg, I think Boston and Maine. They have them for Southern Pacific. They look really nice. They have really nice old time coaches coming out. No, the Southern Pacific ones are going to be like regular. I think they're like a really dark green color. Yeah, Pullman green. Yeah, I'm sure those coaches do look really nice in person. Yeah, it's a shame that they have plastic handrails, but at this point, though, that shouldn't be really much of a shock. Bachmann usually is a bit more cheap with stuff like that, just to keep the prices down, I guess. The whistle on this locomotive clips sometimes. It's really weird. Now I gotta get the diesel over here onto the siding. I think it's has to do with the whistle. Because the rest of the sounds are fine, but the whistle, this, what is this? This is like a Rio Grande 5 chime. I think it's off of one of the K36s. It has like a really bad clipping sound after it plays for a second. You can audibly tell. I'll play it in a second here once I get this diesel on the siding. And you can hear the clipping that it does. Yeah, they have 260s with the electric headlights on them too. Oops, we had a derailment. I got to shut off power. Ah! Let me get this derailment cleared up. We just had the 44 tonner drifting onto both tracks. Ah! Hopefully that didn't short out. The nice thing about these Dynamis controllers is that if you have a short circuit, it automatically kills all the power to the tracks. So you don't burn any decoders out with it. Just gotta give it a second to reset. I'll read the comments while the track thing resets. A corrupt whistle. All right. Should be good to go now. All right. What engine is this 940? I don't remember what engine I'm doing already. There it is. Yeah, here's the whistle. You can, if you listen to it, I'll play it for a few seconds. You're gonna hear the audio looping and clipping really bad. Once you notice it, it's kind of annoying. And I would change the whistle, Michael, but the other Rio Grande whistle I use is already equipped to the 280 that I have. I just wanted to have this one have a more unique whistle, just so I can tell the engines apart when I hear them. Yeah, it is very noticeable. It's annoying. It gets annoying. That's why if you don't have the whistle on very long, it doesn't really do it. But any longer than like a second or two, it becomes very noticeable. And these 260s are really hard to get their they're really hard to get the chuff rate synced on these 260s for some reason. I've been fiddling with it all night last night, and I still haven't exactly gotten the chuff rate right on it. It goes from sometimes it'll have a perfect 4 chuffs per revolution, then it'll do like 3 or 5. I don't know why it does that. Might have to move the camera in a second here. Yeah, it runs really nice. I was shocked with how well it ran out of the box. These Athearn engines are always really good. I've never had any issues with Athearn steam locomotives. They're built they are built solid. They're built like a rock. And that extra weight that they put on these engines with that boiler makes it so they can pull a lot of cars too. Yeah, it's possible the motor is to blame for the chuff sync issue. But the 460, when this 460 had the original decoder in it, the basic sound value that the old Spectrums had, it was doing the same thing where the chuff rate would be perfectly synced at a lower speed, and then once you got up to speed, it started getting all out of sync for some reason. And no matter what I did to change the values to that CV, it still didn't fix it. Yeah, those older Spectrums had inconsistencies like that, Dalton. Because the Sierra Railroad 440 that I had also was doing that as well with its chuff rates. It wouldn't sync properly, no matter what you did to program it. Where's my camera stand? I'm gonna put a camera on the roof, I think. We're gonna move you elsewhere. Which way? We'll try this. I think it's time to give 20 a spin again. I need to find a better camera spot for this though. Oh, I know a good camera location. I just got to remove the trees from the area. If I can get this set up in a good spot here. This is a really good spot to watch trains because it's... There you go. Oh, I missed a bunch of comments because the thing wasn't updating. Whoops. All right, there we go. TCS and the 260 would be pretty cool. I love TCS wow sound. Yeah, the TCS is a little bit wonky on number 22 sometimes, but it's a lot better in general over soundtracks that I've found. Yeah, I have a display track up there for now. I'm going to redo the scenery on that hill. I don't know what I'm going to do up there yet, but that's just the display engines up there that aren't in use right now. Right now I have this really old janky 440 that I used for a YouTube video. The pilot's all smashed up on it now because of the video. There's John Marston from Red Dead Redemption 1. I think I'll take number 940 and put it on the siding here. What was I doing? Oh, I got to switch the points. Oops. I definitely, when I rip all this track up, I definitely need to get like switch machines so I don't have to keep manually doing this over and over. Then I have to get the other engine off the tracks because I'm done with 940 for now. Actually, if I just take the caboose off, I'll park it on that siding over here. What's Rule G, Dalton? Prime movers. How are the TCS? How is the TCS diesel sound? Are they just as good as the steam? You always got to manually turn off the cylinders on these wow sound decoders because they automatically open up and they don't go away until like speed step 15. See. Get number 20 over here. This is on Wow Sound. I chose the bell that I could find that's the closest to number 20. Apparently, they actually have number 20's actual sound set on lock sound, one of the lock sound decoders. And I was just using the wow sound on this engine because that was what was already in this 4.4 tender that I used for this 4.6. I am really bad at installing decoders. I am really bad at literally any of the electronics, which is why I've had Red Oak do a bunch of installations for me, because I literally can't do them anymore. They drive me nuts. The electronic aspect of the hobby is not my thing at all. But if I wanted this to be more accurate, then yeah, I could have put lock sound in this with the actual sound profile for number 20. But no, I used what I had already had, and just got the closest single chime and bell that I could use for it. Oh, I forgot to do the grade crossing. So I have a little fun story that happened recently, which isn't fun at all. I sold a bunch of Canadian Pacific coaches on eBay. I thought I had turned off international shipping. Somehow they ended up selling to somebody in Canada, even though I turned off international shipping. And for some reason, customs, when they got my package through eBay international shipping, I had sent a 4-pack of coaches, and then there's 2 individual coaches, or an individual coach and caboose in the box. They opened it up, I assume, for customs, and then they ended up splitting the packages into 2 shipments, and one of them made it to Canada, and for some reason they shipped the other package all the way to frickin' Germany. It's just, oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'm getting a phone call from South Dakota. But yeah, eBay shipping and the customs really messed up the order. So half of the coaches are now in Canada where they're supposed to be. The other half is in Germany. eBay's been just getting so annoying to deal with lately because of stuff like that. Their fees are just so crazy now too. They take like 15 to 20% now as well. And then you have people constantly lowballing offers on there too if you leave the make an offer on there. I had somebody try to put in like a $75 offer on a DCC sound locomotive that I was selling is probably worth like $250. Yeah, it's horrible. The fees that they add on are horrible. I don't do the extra 9% fees, which is to boost the listing. I never do that one because people buy stuff. Like, they see the listings for the engines regardless. So I'm not going to put almost 10 extra % of fees for my sale off of that, but it's horrible. Yeah, I'll have to set up the auto reject for that because the lowballing is just nuts on there sometimes. Alrighty. Wonder what other engine I should run for this stream. I think I'll let this stream go for another half hour. So it's about an hour-long stream and then end it. I don't know what other engines I want to run for this, though. Oh. Maybe number 3. Number 3 is always fun to run. Yeah, I'll have to run number 3. That's always a fun one. That engine's getting is quite a use out of it. That's probably the most heavily operated engine usually. The Rio Grande Mogul. Yeah, I have that on the track still. I'll loop 20 around one more time and then bring the Mogul out. Does anybody here use the Woodland Scenics just plug system for their lights? I've been thinking of getting all the transformers and stuff for that and lighting all my buildings with that system. I heard it's pretty easy to use. I think that would add a lot more life to this layout at night, especially to light all the buildings up and the stations and everything. Oh, is it? Yeah, I was looking at the prices for them. It's like $20 per thing, transformer switch set, whatever. And that would stack up pretty quickly. I need to light how many? I got like probably 15 buildings on this layout total that would need lighting, and I'm going to add a few more when I rework the scenery this summer. I still need to find a suitable figure that looks like Heist to put in this engine. I'll probably just put him on the tender somewhere. Maybe put that bird that he uses for his logo on the engine somewhere as well. What is that? I think it's like a macaw. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, a macaw. Basic wiring like that isn't so bad. I could probably do basic light soldering like that. I just hate doing all the stuff in the tenders, all the tiny little wires, because I always mess it up somehow. And it's just horrible. The last time I tried doing it, I ended up burning out like $100 decoder. I'm like, yep, never doing that again. Literally burned it out. It lit on fire. It was on fire because I didn't do it right somehow. I don't know if it was shorting out because of the solder or what. That did not end well. Right. Here's the last lap of number 20. I'll have to find another spot to put the camera. I don't know where though. Maybe we'll do it on a camera view from the other end of the layout. I'm never filming trains on the other end of the layout. I'm always like in this vicinity filming. I'm hoping to do a lot of summertime upgrades with the layout. Up here needs to be reworked. I'd like to get all this reworked up here. This scene I might rework. I might tear out this and put a trestle in right there. Because in the Red Dead Redemption, there's like a little trestle like this right before Valentine. That engine shed's probably going to go. That water tower's probably going to get moved. I have to stop number 20. All right. Yeah, I used a basic single chime, so that's probably why it sounds like an older 19th century 440. But then again, that locomotive was built in 1889. Yeah, and the building wiring would be a lot easier than any locomotive installs. Yeah, I've seen people use those power packs for lighting. It is a really good idea. Those old AC things. This engine shed's probably going to go, though. I hardly use it. I think what's going to happen is, if anybody watching has played Red Dead 2, there's this mining town called Ansburg. I think these two sidings are going to get turned into like a coal mine from the video game right here. The water tower is going to get moved right there. I'm probably going to put a station in right here. And then right back there, I want to put a tunnel in and re-scenic that to have like a hill and tunnel from the video game as well. Back there, I think I'm going to put a new siding in and have that be the kerosene and tar refinery from the game as well. So I have a lot more operational capabilities for this layout, because I don't know if I mentioned, but I can't build the new layout now due to space issues. So I have to work with what I got. But this was, for when I started this layout like 4 years ago, it is a very good. It has held up very well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to leave the backside open for derailments for sure. Hopefully, though, if I lay the track really well, I'm going to try this time to lay the track really, really well, so we don't have any issues back there that would warrant me needing to go back there too often with derailments or whatnot. All right. Where's this thing at? Let's try a camera right here. I think that might be good if I just finesse it a bit more. We'll see how this looks here. Oh, and I have number, I don't know if anyone's interested. I mentioned this in a post like a year or two ago. I have a brass model of Sierra Railroad 24. I finally found somebody who's going to completely rebuild this and upgrade it and get it running again for me with WoW Sound and turn it into Sierra 28. So I greatly look forward to that this summer too. There's some feller that lives out, I think he lives out in Tuolumne County. So he's right out by Railtown 1897. He's going to do the entire conversion for me. So I'm very excited to have a model of Sierra 28 running now as well. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun model to have. The guy actually recently, I found him through an eBay listing actually, because he custom rebuilt one of them. He had the same model of number Sierra 24, but he simply just, he didn't turn it into 28. He kept it as 24, but he upgraded it with soundtracks and got it running and repainted it and everything. I messaged him. I said, that model looks great. I have that same one. Would you mind doing would you rebuild it into 28 for me if I could pay you to do it? And so he's going to do it for me. And I guess he works for like a brass model railway company or something that actually upgrades them. I looked into having a bunch of different brass places like Tony Trains Exchange and stuff like that to do the upgrade, but they're so backed up with work that needs to be done on other people's models that it would be like 1 or 2 years away before they even got to my model of number 28. So hopefully, fingers crossed, by this fall, I should have number 28 running. And this brass model is actually a bit oversized as well, like number 3, it appears. So they actually should look really good double heading together. And hello there, Christian. All right, did I get all the points switched? I'm going to run that mogul again. Where's number? There it is. 28 and number 3 double header. Yep. That'll be a fun one. If I had like endless money right now, I would have like 3 other model Tyco number 3s redone with sound as well, with different liveries on all 3 of them. That is like my absolute favorite locomotive on earth. Oh, it was nice seeing you, Daniel. Hope you have a good evening. I always thought these Gramps tanker cars were funny just because of the name. I guess they have a bunch of them on the Cumbres and Toltec. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Now I need the oversized Sierra Railroad shorty cars and coaches and box cars and everything to go with the oversized 3 and 28. I need to put a caboose on this. CRN00 scale would be pretty cool because, yeah, like I think you said in your video, those are closer to 176 scale than 187. Somebody turned number 3 into like an S scale model using that somewhere as well. I need a caboose. Where's their caboose? We're going to put this comically small little bobber caboose on the end of that train now. Double O scale is pretty cool. All the European stuff that was it Hornby and Rapido has some double O stuff, I think. That stuff's pretty cool. I tried getting into the double O stuff, and then I immediately realized that that's like a whole can of worms that I can't go into, and I need to just stick with the one scale, just like N scale. I saw Sam's Trains was talking about one of them, Helgen, I think. I don't know if Helgen got bought out or is going out of business. I didn't watch the video, but today I saw he uploaded something about Helgen or something. Something's up with them. And, oh, Christian, was that you that bought the K4? That K4 listing, I put it up. And yeah, that was like within seconds sold. Oh, Acura scale has Helgen now. The Rivarossi 440s are beautiful. Those are really nice, even though they're also... And the Bowker, I like the JW Bowker as well. But that one's like turbo oversized. It's S scale. Wow. Yeah, they had to, that was the compromise, I guess, for all the engines back then, was to make them oversized and cram the turbo-sized motors that they had back in the 60s and 70s into them. I'm shocked that Bachmann actually had their 4402 scale, because it was also, even though it was tender drive, the AHM Rivarossi 440s were still tender drives as well, but they were also oversized. But then again, those are like, Rivarossi, I think, is like out of Europe somewhere. It's like Spain or something. Spain or Italy. Oh, did they just reuse the same drivers? I wonder if they reuse the Sierra drivers on anything, because they have the wrong counterweights on number 3. Hello there, Model Rail fan. Yeah, those engines could be plausible for the larger 440s they built towards the turn of the century, because those are almost the same size as the modern Bachmann, Baldwin, and Richmond 440s. I saw somebody took styrene and they made brand new counterweights for number 3, and it like literally just changing the counterweights on the Tyco number 3 made it almost look so much better, like almost like a different model. I'm gonna have to try and do that, because the new counterweights on that model are just fantastic looking. Oh, Michael, I looked into it, and that you were right. That was an IHC 282, that Durango and Silverton 482. It was just included with a lot of Concours stuff. I don't know if Concours used that for their train sets, but somebody I was talking to on here, I actually I forwarded them the eBay listing. They bought a Concours train set that they sold at the station in Durango in like the 90s, and they had the same Mikado in it with all the Concours stuff. So I don't know if IHC was IHC like jointly with Concours, or find a better camera angle. I'm gonna try and turn this over here. Oh, you're gonna see the horrifically messy shelf of cars back there. Oh well. When I redo the layout, I think I'm gonna put a portable backdrop back there too, that just like clamps on with vices or something to the table. So when I film the trains, there's actually a backdrop back there, and not just a shelf that's overly cluttered with cars that I hardly ever run, that I impulse bought. That's so weird how they did that. How they had the exact same model being sold under like 7 different company names. I bought the parts needed for that Mikado 482 and parts for 473. The Mikado, I think that with some reworking of that Mikado, it'll look pretty close to 482, even though it's going to be disgustingly oversized and not even remotely accurate to the actual K36. But I honestly think for these sets, they should have been using like little moguls and stuff, because the Bachmann Elko 260 would look a lot better than that giant Baldwin 280 that they use in those Durango sets. We're going to highball this freight train. Oh yeah, you have that Arbor models. I heard those Arbor model kits of number 3 are nightmares because they're made out of like a really soft white metal, and that they're oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen anyone fully build one of those and paint it and have it running properly. I've never seen it. I've only seen Tyco ones or the scratch built one that Sierra Railway did. I don't know if anyone sees, but I have that Bumblebee 280 parked down the line as well. Oh, did you end up getting the Bumblebee version, Michael? They made the Bumblebee in a 260 version, too. That one was really nice looking. Actually, I think, Andy, don't you have the 260 Bumblebee version? I think that's where I saw it. It was on your channel, one of your live streams. Yeah, I love the Bumblebee schemes. The Bumblebee schemes are absolutely gorgeous. I think, did any other railroad have yellow coaches like the Rio Grande either? I look forward to seeing that Bumblebee locomotive. What is it again, though? Is it a mogul or a consolidation that you got? We're going to get number... what do I want to do? I want to run number 3 in that Bumblebee engine. Alright. Consolidation. I really wish they would bring back the old-time N-scale stuff, even though I sold all the N-scale stuff. If they brought more of the old-time stuff back with sound and everything in it and a better motor, I would have probably stayed with N-scale to run those, but I think the Bachmann 460 that's upcoming is going to be like the only reliably running old-time steamer in that scale, because the old Bachmann N-scale 440s are absolutely atrocious. They have like no pulling power, and I don't even think the wheels properly spin on the tenders on those models. All right. It's nice seeing you, Dalton. Yeah, I was reading into putting sound in those N-scale engines. It ain't happening with those little old roundhouse ones. They look nice. If they brought them back and upgraded them, that would be sweet. I'd buy them, but it's just probably not going to happen because I don't think they have enough of an N-scale market to justify spending all the money retooling those old 280s and moguls. I have no more room to put cars. I'm literally out of room to put cars now. This is really bad. We're going to put number 3 on the tracks. Give the Rio Grande stuff a break. Is DeLorean. Can't see the tender. I think number 3's on the tracks all the way. It is on the tracks all the way. Okay. There we go. That was a nightmare. Where's number 3 at? And this thing go up to 90? Heck, 90? Who'd ever be in such a rush? Oh, just a little bet he and I have, that's all. Theoretically, could it be done? Well, if you're running on the level grade, no cars behind you, and you got the fires hard, and I'm talking hard, and the fires of hell and damnation, then yeah, it might be possible to get her up to 90. Gotta get number 20 off the tracks. Whoops. I probably just butchered that quote. Yeah. I only vaguely remember what they said. I haven't watched that movie in a while. I had to rewatch her. The DeLorean is from a Hot Wheels model. It's a little bit oversized, but the Tyco locomotive is also obviously oversized. So the discrepancy really, it all checks out with the locomotive and everything. Oh, I gotta get number 20 moved onto the other tracks because it's blocking number 3's way. It's kind of funny. This locomotive, here comes a Fulmer moment. But this locomotive would never even remotely reach 90 miles per hour because of those drivers. Those drivers are too small. Yeah, I haven't watched it in... When was the last time I watched Back to the Future 3? It was like... at least a year. It's been at least a year or two since I've actually sat down and watched the entire thing. Wait a minute, no, I'm lying. I'm lying. I watched it when I was in Grand Rapids. At the Grand Rapids Hotel there. They had it on TV, and I watched it all three. I watched the full trilogy. And then they butcher those movies on TV. They like censor them and get rid of all the cursing and everything. So it was just laughable after they got rid of all the cursing on it to play it on TV. Yeah, I think the top speed for number 3 is like at best probably, I don't even know. I wonder if it would go 50. I always thought the top speed of number 3 realistically was like 35 to 40. I guess maybe if it was going downhill or something, it probably could reach 50. No way it would hit 90 though. Come on, number 20. Move it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Absolute limit would probably, if it was, that'd probably be like under the absolute best conditions. Would it be 50 or 55? It would have to probably be going down like a downhill grade with a fireman that really knows how to keep the engine going. The engineer and fireman, it keeps the engine running well. Locomotive's only as good as its firemen. I have to make sure my points are all switched. They weren't. The points are never switched right. Yeah, 35. I wonder how slow do they run it at Railtown these days? Because I think it's like they only run a really short stretch of track to that passing siding at Railtown. I don't think the engine probably goes much over 15, 20 miles per hour at the excursions now. I think this month they just did is either this month or upcoming next month, they're going to have the Diamond Stack and Box Light on number 3 again. And what channel is it? Dynamo Productions has a charter running, and it's going to be pulling a mixed train. It's going to be pulling a freight and mixed train for a photo special. So I look forward to seeing that on YouTube whenever they upload it. The Rio Grande or Southern Heist charter was really cool. I was there 1 week before. If I had known about it, I would have stayed another week, but oh well. Yeah, that's going to be a really cool charter. I always love when I see number 3 wearing the old diamond stack and box headlamp, the wood load in it. I always kind of preferred the engine with the old time look, even though it's not, never wore that in its actual working life. Look at the absolute crawl that this engine has. Oh, she's slipping. There's a little bit of a dent in the rails, if anyone can see. I have a lot of engine slip right there because of that little dent in the rails. I think that was caused by heat expansion at one point or something. Oh, they're slipping on something else now. Get going. Yeah, it does not like, the wheelbase does not like going over this little bit right here at all, because it doesn't have any sprung suspension in the wheels or anything. Leaves on the line. Has anybody seen that YouTube video with the York 440, Northern Central York, where they're throwing sand in front of it because it kept slipping on the wet rails and leaves on the track? It was getting some really cool wheel spin shots out of that, and that was really cool. I think they actually just recently got number 17 running again. I think it had its like 1,400 day inspection, and it's back in service. Number 3 slipping again. Why is it slipping so bad? All right, here comes number 3 again. She's slipping really bad today. Let's see if she still slips if I pick up the pace. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if that traction stuff you put on there is wearing down. The engine has been getting really, really heavy usage ever since it got back here last fall. Let me check it out real quick. Oh, I missed it. Oh, no, it's still going. Still going. And it stopped. Yeah, Michael, that stuff's completely gone. It's completely gone now. That traction adhesive stuff is totally gone at this point. It's gone. I'm going to put number 3 back on the shelf. Ooh. I'll have to order some of that stuff. What other engine should we have push the DeLorean? I'm going to have to reapply that stuff. I'm going to have to figure out how to apply that stuff, because number 3 was just slipping really bad. It was slipping on like every section of track almost. I wonder how cursed it would be if we had the Jupiter pushing the DeLorean. Or maybe Rio Grande Southern 20 could push it. Let me look around. Yeah, traction tires sometimes... traction tires are hit and miss. you lose, obviously, you lose electrical contact having them in there. But on some models, like Bachmann's 440, they are absolutely necessary because without them, they would not pull like anything at all. Where's the Jupiter? I ever mention how much I absolutely hate how Bachmann just has this tiny little tab that connects the 440 tender to the engine. I've had like two models break wires on them now because of that. I need to figure out something to put on these to keep them from flopping around like that. It is a really bad design on their end of that. Where's the Jupiter? Yeah, I've had those traction tires. I've had those traction tires completely deteriorate on me before. Horrible. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. A screw would be a lot better. I don't know why they do that still. They're charging like $300-$400 for locomotives still, and they just put the most simple drawbar on the locomotive that just, if you don't handle it right, you'll snap the tender to wire connections, tender to engine wire connections, which is just an absolute nightmare to deal with fixing those because the wires are so freaking thin. You know what? We're going to have number 20 push the DeLorean. Goodbye, Jupiter. I'll run you another time. Where's I always gotta scroll through this thing on this controller, the Bachmann Dynamis. You gotta scroll through until you find the engine that you're operating. Is that it? No. Did I blow past Rio Grande 20? There it is. It's going the wrong way. Ah! Camera almost fell. All right. I don't know if anyone collects HON3, and if you're a fan of Rio Grande Southern 20, but I saw on eBay it's like $600 right now. They actually have somebody has a painted and lettered model of Rio Grande Southern 20 for HON3, and it has DCC on board. It doesn't have sound. It's just like a basic, like Digitrax or something. So if anyone ever wanted a model of Rio Grande Southern 20 that's actually narrow gauge, it's like a little brass one, and they have $600 to launch at the model, then it's there. Yeah, the prices are in Blackstone models. The Blackstone models I've seen go over $1,000 on eBay now. It's nuts for these tiny little narrow gauge engines. Yeah, I think Michael had to grind away at a lot of Sierra 3. I know he had to grind away at the cylinders on it. I don't know if did you have to do anything with the tender, Michael, on number 3? We're done with you. Goodbye, DeLorean. I know you had to grind away at the cylinders, and you had to grind away at what else? You had something else. There's something else that had to be ground away on it too, I think. Oh yeah, for the sound. It was just the cylinders, and you had to, because the pilot truck wasn't clearing it. I'm gonna get the Bumblebee locomotive out here. Let's run a tourist train after number 20 gets back. Alright. HON3 would be really cool, but it is like prohibitive. Like the prices like prohibit me from getting into it. It's just a can of worms I can't do. I tried getting into O scale, and I probably won't be able to get any further into that besides the Lionel set and the 440 I bought, because it's just so much space that I do not have that's needed for O scale. N scale, cool, but I couldn't do it either. And I almost impulse bought with my tax returns the Glenbrook, because Train World restocked it, but it was like $700 for it. I'm like, realistically, am I going to run this G-Scale 460 or 260, sorry? Am I going to realistically have a place to store the engine to display it, or to be able to run it? And I just can't, I couldn't justify, I was so close to buying it, I couldn't justify spending $700 on a little 260 and G-Scale that probably was not going to run for a very long time at best. And I'm like out of room for stuff. Like I literally have a whole junk shelf full of cars that I have nowhere else to put anything until I figure out a new shelving situation. But it would be really cool to take the Glenbrook and put like wow sound in it and maybe like upgrade the smoke unit so it's like belching smoke out of it too. Oh, did you ever, speaking of G-Scale, Red Oak, did you ever do that thing where you had the giant G-Scale set up through your house yet, or is that a future thing? Because I think I remember the last stream, or the stream before last, you were talking about that, setting up like a giant G-Scale thing and running that I think the Mogul that you had and all the other stuff too. Wow, that's amazing. That's going to make for a fun video. I always like that one guy's videos. He did that as well. Like his whole house is covered in G-scale stuff. I think it's like his name was like Jim something. And he has like a whole bunch of stuff. He had like a 3-loop layout in his throughout his house. I always thought his videos were cool. Jim Zim, yep. He does those videos. I always like watching those every once in a while. I need to find a new place for the train or the camera. I don't know where else to move the camera. Yeah, he has a ton of G-scale stuff. He has a lot of really helpful videos too, like reverse loop videos and stuff like that. We're gonna try the camera up here and see if it's any good. I need to do, when I redo all the layout stuff, I need to put layout lights up over this if I can access it. I'm gonna have to split the layout in half and redo the lighting so you can actually see over there, because I currently just have two lights lighting the whole layout. Maybe over here. Ooh, I know a good spot for a camera. Now you all are in the little town of Valentine. Maybe I have to move it around a bit. Let me move just so slightly. There we go. Where else do I put that camera at? I don't know where I put my camera stand. There it is. Oh, I just knocked over horses. Sorry. I just accidentally killed those horses because they're not glued down. There we go. I think we're going to do one more lap of this engine and probably call it a stream. It's been about an hour and a half. I'm going to put another car on this consist. Oh, I don't know if you're still in here, Red Oak, but do you have any plans to do a model live stream like this yet? Because seriously, these streams are just so fun to do like this. And a lot of people join these streams. It'd be really cool to see the Westport and Shelter Cove live. Let's do a couple more laps, I guess. Why not? Hello there, Hornby man. This little feller's all tipped over. Ah! I gotta redo a lot of the glue, the stuff that I glued to the layout, because it gets really humid in this room in the summer, and a lot of the glue just doesn't hold up at all with the humidity. Ooh, we had a derailment. Did it fix itself? It fixed itself. What's the Bumblebee locomotive? I'll get the Bumblebee running here. I'll go get a... I knew there was a derailment. Get on the tracks. Get on the tracks. Oh, the other wheel derailed. Well, we just had a massive accident on the line. I hope the FRA does not find out about this. Well, we'll have to fix that. The wheel popped out. Oh well. I'll get the Bumblebee set up, and that's going to be the last train. Oh, I just missed a ton of comments. Hello there, Rail Fanner. Time to... You know, we'll run 20 around one more time because I like the engine so much. Home Ranch. No, where's the other car? There you are. Does anybody want to see how many cars the 280 can pull? I'm thinking I'm going to put all my Durango and Silverton cars on with the 280, and that's like going to be a 15-car contest. All right, we got to get number 20 off the rails now. Might actually be able to see number 20 pulling in the background. Yep, you can see it. Oh, it's gonna put this 280 to its test. These 280s are strong. They can pull a lot of cars, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to pull a 15-car coach contest by herself. This is gonna be putting that Athearn tooling to its limits. I have to get all the cars set up. This is gonna take me a moment here. Where's the box car? I'll put the box car with it. The only thing that sucks about model train collections is that you have to have space for everything. All right. We're going to try and set this up like an actual Silverton's consist. I don't know. This train's pretty heavy, and I don't even have all the cars on it yet. So far, we have all of this so far hooked up. And this isn't even the entire consist yet. That's what we got so far. I got to pull it back so it can actually back couple to it. All right. Yeah, this 280 is going to be put to its limits. Usually they can pull everything. But we're going to see if it can handle this consist. I have 2 more coaches. These Concord couplings are so annoying. They have the truck-mounted couplings on these Concord cars, and they absolutely will not stay at the proper coupler height, and they keep bobbing around on you. I think I'm going to cut off the truck-mounted couplings and body mount them instead, because they just do not stay at the proper height that they're supposed to. That should stay together. I'm going to get the mogul or the consolidation moved over. At worst, we'll have to do a double header with this 280 and a 260. If this train, I will be astounded. I will be absolutely astounded if this 280 can pull this entire consist with ease. If it does, I'm going to take the Alamosa and Yankee Girl private cars that are attached to number 20 right now and hook them up at the end of this one, too. This car set is literally like almost half of the table. How many cars is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is literally half of the table right now, almost. If I put those 2 private cars on the end of this, it will be, what is it, 12 cars. And I actually have a Durango and Silverton caboose somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, moment of truth, everyone. I'm going to check the comments real quick. I've never seen Northern Pacific number 7. Wait. Oh, Nickel Plate. I read Nickel Plate Road as Northern Pacific. Yeah, I've seen number 765 before. Yeah, I need to put body mounted couplers on these cars. All right, here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars. We're gonna see if we can pull 10 cars with one little Roundhouse 280. She's pulling it. Wow. No hesitation, and it doesn't look like the wheels are slipping either. This thing is a beast. Ah, those stupid couplings. Get on there. Fix this. I'm gonna cry if that car comes uncoupled again. These body-mounted couplers on these older cars suck. And I should mention, this curve is on a bit of a grade that is climbing right now. So it's literally climbing up a grade, pulling 10 cars. And these cars are not very light either. And we lost the car again because of the couplings. Ugh. This thing will give those freaking K36s a run for their money. Wow. This model is almost like the equivalent of like a C19. I'm curious now. I'm going to add... How many other cars do I have? I have 4 more Durango and Silverton cars. So that's going to, what? Total this up to... Where are we at now? 10? And the caboose. We're going to go up to 15 cars and see if it'll pull 15. Where's the Alamosa? There it is. Again, this will be shocking if it makes makes the grade with all these coaches added to it. This is going to total up to 15 now. Okay, I just need the caboose, and this will be the full set. Okay. These stupid truck-mounted couplings, come on. All right. Hello there, James. All right, we now have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cars behind this 280. And she's pulling all 15 cars. She's slipping, though. The car's just disconnected. We're going to pretend that didn't happen again for the 50th time. I hope I don't burn the motor out doing this. And it keeps uncoupling. Come on. Oh, this car is so annoying. It was pulling all of them. This car likes to just straight up not stay coupled because it likes to flop around. What is wrong with you? Okay. Oh, here we go again. I may have to put that car at the very tail end of this. So annoying. We're going to have to do something radical. Okay. That's an observation car now. I don't care if it's behind the caboose because it's literally the only way I can get this thing to run properly. Actually, I have some KD number 5s that I'll have to put on these cars after the stream. This is just nuts. $15 cars, everyone. This little thing is pulling 15 cars. And we got a bit of wheel slip in the corner there. All right, I'm going to turn this engine off. I really don't care to burn out its motor trying to pull all this. But that is impressive. That is like, I can't believe that it pulled all of that. Yeah, that was like 3/4 of the loop. Like, it's almost... Here's the end of it. It's like almost coiling around itself. All right, I'm going to take a bunch of these off. I don't care to burn the motor out on this now. That's probably the hardest that little 280's ever worked in its life. I wonder if the Bachmann 280 could pull all that. Those Bachmann 280's are pretty solid engines, too. I don't know if they would be able to handle all that without wheel slipping, though, because that 280 has... The Athearn one has... traction tires on it. I don't think Bachmann's has any sort of traction tires on their engines at all. Yeah, I need to switch over the... You know what? Let's try that. But I'm going to have to switch over. I'm going to have to disconnect all my DCC stuff and put on the DC throttle to get that working. That means number 20's going to have to come off the tracks. And We're going to try the Bachmann one. We're going to see if Bachmann, that giant Baldwin 280 Bachmann makes, stands a chance against this consist like a tiny little Latheron 280 does. This is going to be hilarious. It's going to be absolutely comedic if this tiny little Latheron 280 can outpull the giant Bachmann Baldwin 280. It is going to be absolutely hilarious. Oh, there's no room to put anything. We're going to move number 20 forward. Oh, I forgot these things go into sleep mode. All right, let's do some rearranging on the shelf so I can actually put my engines away. Goodbye, number 20. Now I get to turn off the DCC system. Yeah, let's get you off the tracks. You're not doing anything. All right, to compare, here's what we're about to run. You can't really see it. I can't get it in there. Bachmann's 280. If that Mikado that I bought recently was here yet, I'd be running that Mikado number 482, but that ain't here yet. That just got shipped out yesterday from like South Carolina or something. Okay. I don't know what I did with my DC throttle. There it is. These Bachmann train set controllers absolutely suck. These things break after like not even a few months. I've had them all short out and they either start like surging or stop working entirely. They're just such low quality now. These Bachmann train set throttles. It's a shame. I'm gonna have to move this over here so I can actually function the thing. All right. Okay. We have to put the cars I took off back on. Beep. There we go. We're almost ready. And you with the sucky freaking stupid couplers. All right. We have the entire consist assembled, and it weighs a lot trying to pull it, and I just uncoupled it. Oops. If anybody buys these Concours cars, I absolutely recommend immediately putting body-mounted couplers on them, because these truck ones are smoking hot garbage right now. All right. I'm going to send 473 back. All right. Kind of hard to couple on curve. All right. We're going to try Bachmann's 280, and I swear to God, if this thing does not outpull the little Athearn 280, I'm going to laugh so hard. Here we go. That's the wrong way. Oh, it uncoupled again. Well, she's slipping, but she's pulling it. She'll do it. Oh, they uncoupled. Stop! Well, if it wasn't for the failing couplers, that 280, that giant Bachmann 280 is almost on par just about with the other one from Athearn. So that's really shocking that the Athearn could pull that, though. Absolutely shocking. Should send that into Athearn to use as like advertising or something for pulling power. Anyways, though, I think that's going to be the end of the live stream. It's almost been 2 hours now. I'm going to try and get a new speaker because my controller, my PlayStation 5 controller finally bit the dust on me after 5 years. It has like unsolvable stick drift. I bought the new Thomas Wonders of Sodor game. I'm hopefully going to get a new microphone for my PS4 controller so I can stream playing that new Thomas game because it's pretty fun. But until then, though, there won't be any gaming, no Railroads Online, no any video game streams, just because I physically can't without a mic, and I don't think anybody would really care to watch a no commentary stream at this point. So anyway, so I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks for everyone who joined, and hope everyone has a good night. I don't know how to end the freaking thing. Oh, right there. Oh, I just saw the comments update. Is the new Thomas game better? Yeah, it's significantly better than the add-on pack on Train Sim World. It is much better. They refined the mechanics for it, and they added a bunch of new stuff to it. So the game's pretty fun. Hopefully I'll have a mic to play it soon. Yeah, hopefully we'll have the mic to do that stream soon. All right, hope everyone has a good evening, and thanks for watching.